Okay, I don't even know if I need to shoot a Hurricane review for this game because, you want to know my thoughts of the game, go watch the first three games of the season because just say, watch the first three games and say even better because Carolina was dominant this game. And, it wasn't like I know Columbus, I project them to be last in the division this year. But Columbus was 3-1. I'll pull up who they beat right now, but the fact is Carolina was playing a hot team and they came in and they blew them out. Like this game was never in doubt. Even when it was 2-1, I didn't like you look at the game, you could tell Carolina was winning this game. Like it just was gonna happen. And I'm not saying anything against Columbus. This was just one of those games where the winner was pretty obvious. And I'll look at who Columbus has beaten, see if they've only played weak teams, but they lost to Carolina, they beat Arizona. Arizona, I guess you would consider a weak team. They beat Seattle, who Seattle I think has had an iffy start. They beat Detroit. Detroit's going to be a weaker team this year, but Detroit is a young team that will steal some games as well, potentially against Carolina, because Detroit does well against Carolina to my everlasting annoyance. And then they beat the Islanders, who the Islanders, they're my Stanley Cup pick. And I think the Islanders are going on a little bit slow of a start. However, other than that, yeah, like Carolina comes in, they play a hot team, and they come out with a dominant win. I mean, Corpusalo, I thought, played well, and Frederick Anderson had to make some really good saves. But I mean, man, Carolina, they look great to start the season. And I mean, it just really is from top to bottom, down to Ian Cole. Ian Cole made some noticeably really solid plays. Jacob Slavin is a beautiful defenseman. I love that man. I think he stood out really well tonight. I think Jacob Slavin now in the first month or so, given some of my criticisms of his game last time, I think it takes him a couple games to get to Jacob Slavin form. But Jacob Slavin, not quite a Jacob Slavin form, is still one of the best defensive defensemen in the league. So that's not a knock on him, but as good as Jacob Slavin is, and this game it felt like Jacob Slavin of most of the time. So, 4 games in, he's getting his game back together. Vincent Trocheck had a multiple goal night. I mean, yeah, just top to bottom, just all positives right now. I think we're getting into penalty trouble a little bit, but Carolina's at the point they can take hard-working penalties because they trust their penalty kill because Carolina's got a really good penalty kill. I mean, the goal Columbus scored was a 5-on-3, and then they killed off the 5-on-4, and it didn't look scary at all. And on top of that, crap, sorry about this. All right, hang on. Okay, well, we're back. Sorry, camera froze. But Carolina's power play, really good. So, like, Carolina, you can't really take penalties against them, and they can take penalties on you. I think Carolina, it's important for them, especially, that their special teams are good. Because when their special teams are good, that's what turns them from a good team into a great team. And right now, their special teams are on fire. So, yeah, they're playing like a team that can trust their goalie as well, with Frederick Anderson making some good saves. I didn't like the amount of breakaways they had, but I feel like that was just what happens when you can trust your goalie is you're going to move up a little bit, and Frederick Anderson's going to make great saves. And I mean, yeah, Sebastian Aho played well. I'm just trying to think, there's nothing unique I can say about this game because this was what I've been complimenting about Carolina's game the first 3 games on steroids. Because this is the Hurricanes' best game of the season and what's already been a great start to the season. So what else is there to say, really, other than this person did good, this person did good? I love the way Brett Pesce's been playing. I mean, it's just the fourth line is good. The Jordan Stahl, he just thrives in the third line center position. I don't want to see him ever get promoted to second line center again, but that's because he's more effective as a third line center than he is as a second line center. And he can get a lot of ice time as a third line center. So I guess that's new. I don't know if I've said that before. I think I probably have. I'm approaching 100. I'll try and do something special for the 100th Hurricane review because I don't know if I expected to still be doing these 100 games later, but so I may do something special for that if you guys want to. I don't know what. I have no idea what I could do that would be special, but hey, we'll see there. But I mean, yeah, this is just Carolina is a team possessed. And who would I give Hurricane of the game to? I'm going to give it to the player who not only do I feel like was the best Hurricane this game, I feel like he's been the best Hurricane throughout the first 4 games. I don't want to say all season because it makes it sound longer than it is. And that's Andrei Svechnikov. I went out of my way to not highlight him, but Andrei Svechnikov has been absolutely fantastic for the Carolina Hurricanes this season. I mean, it's uncanny how well he has been. And this game, I know he didn't get the most points, but he was involved in both of Trocheck's goals. He was involved in the power play goals. He played like a man possessed this game. And I just felt like good things happened every time Svechnikov touched the puck, more so than any other player. And Trocheck got the goal twice, I think, because Svechnikov was making an unselfish play. But not only that, what's great with Svechnikov now is the passes are opening up because Svechnikov is now shooting into this game. And that's what I've been saying. Svechnikov to become the elite player and the elite scorer for the Carolina Hurricanes, he needs to shoot more. And he's done that. And I think it's made his game a lot better. I think it's opened up the passes he likes to make more. So, yeah, I just, because he's been clearly watching these videos and listening to what I have to say and being like, yeah, this guy, this random ass person on YouTube knows what he's talking about. He has really stepped up and started shooting the puck. So, there is that. So, but yeah, that's this Hurricane review. Nothing but good vibes, 4 games in. And yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? This team is playing like a team coached by Rod Brindamore. So if you guys like the content I'm producing on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the bell to be notified when I upload. And I'll see you guys for the next game against Toronto in Carolina.